send a nuke.
No, if
They're gonna send a nuke.
someone got sentenced like 2 years for writing an article about how bad of a leader he is.
What's his name? I think somebody got killed. I think it was like a.
We're probably gonna die from this podcast.
Yeah. So it was a great podcast, guys. But you probably won't see us after this. Anyways, our location is. No, it's fine. Dun 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 dun. The Unwritten Podcast. Dun 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 dun. Produced by us. Dun 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 dun.
I want this audio to work.
Me too. All right, let's get it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Unwritten Podcast,
where we talk about anything and everything because we don't know what to talk about. We're your two hosts, Daniel.
My name is Austin.
And yeah, so as you guys know, we weren't able to record last week. Had some stuff going on, so just wasn't planned. Stuff happens, you know.
Stuff does happen, but that's all good.
You know,
because we're figuring it out this time, you know.
At least we got a podcast out this week, so.
All right, so you're probably gonna see us looking up there a lot. We have a TV right here that shows, make sure it's recording right here, and then we also have our laptop over there. So if you see us looking over there a lot, we're just making sure everything's recording. So don't worry about it too much. Everything's gonna be good, you know. We just had this whole new setup. Like
yeah, we went on a mission today.
Yeah, there's a lot that we got today, like a lot. It might not seem like it, but we got a lot.
We did a lot today.
We got a lot. I think.
Also, hold up. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good.
I say also don't mind the background. The background is temporary. I mean, we did pretty good for what we had.
Like, yo, that stuff's pretty hard, honestly. I love
the writing. It's just we're gonna get. Hopefully, we can get a.
That's a microphone, and don't think wrong of it.
Yeah, I told him let's put. This is a mic right here.
Yeah, just for confirmation, you know, we wanted to make sure, but yeah. So let's
dive in. So hold on, let me pull up my notes. Don't mind my new MacBook I got, guys.
There you go.
Don't mind my new MacBook I got. I got it like last week I think. It's the newest one.
It's pretty nice.
All right, so
it must be nice.
Anyways. So yeah, we hopefully we don't miss another week. I mean, it's not like for sure.
I mean, but bro, think about it. We just started, so it's gonna be kind of hard to maintain our schedule. Plus, we got things going on the weekend. Is it? Do you hear that?
What?
When I hit it like that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, so need to adjust it. Okay, we're good. We're fine.
But yeah, we just started now, so like it's kind of hard to be like, oh my gosh, you missed 1 week, you know?
Yeah.
So, oh well,
that's all right.
Hopefully, we try to record every Saturdays and post that Saturday night or Sundays at least. That's what the goal is. But I mean,
if we can, it's fine, you know.
Yeah, at least we'll try to push them out. But one thing we did want to talk about last.
Okay. Anyways, you were saying.
One thing.
It's this stupid.
Ow.
It might be my cord that's giving out.
Is it plugged in all the way? Oh my gosh. That is. Jesus Christ.
that is ferocious, dude.
Dude.
Okay.
Okay, are we good?
I think we're good. Sorry about the ear rape. I'm just having a little bit of technical difficulties.
I'm gonna just say what we want to talk about last week.
Yeah, just keep on going.
Last week we wanted to talk about drugs.
Yeah.
About fentanyl.
Man, it's a little crazy.
It's like a big jump, but like it really. I was at work and he had called me. He was like, "Bro, I want to talk about
drugs."
Yeah. Like how we can do them on the podcast. No,
yeah.
No, but like
how we could just smoke all the dope, you know. Anyways,
we can't do that, but we probably won't get money. No, I'm just joking. We want to talk about like fentanyl because he had saw a post or like an article or something about how it's like affecting teens like our age or younger.
Well, yeah, because it was saying that this year is the highest it's ever been in fentanyl overdose in kids, like teens. You know, and I mean,
it's crazy though because it's fentanyl. I feel like fentanyl hasn't been like this high in a while because you gotta think a lot of people are smoking like booth carts and stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, some officer died doing a search on the car.
Yeah, I remember that. And
he just smelt it and he died.
Yeah.
Like, it's that bad, you know? And it's everywhere. Like, fentanyl is literally, like, everywhere in booth stuff. You know what I'm saying?
That's scary, bro.
And, like, that's what people don't understand. And, like kids, like, our age or younger, just buying stuff. Like, they don't know.
Out of the ordinary, bro.
Like, they're just buying. Like,
off of just random people, bro. Like, I just don't understand how, like, you know, it's drugs, bro. Like, like
it's drugs, bro.
You gotta understand, like, that stuff can be deadly. You don't just buy it off of anybody. Like, come on now, like.
And it's not even. Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly fine.
Okay, I just can't hear myself that good.
Yeah, I know. I can barely hear myself, but it's fine. It's like you can hear me clearly.
Yeah, but I can't hear you that clearly.
And then I can hear you clearly.
It's just weird from last time. I feel like we had like that week break really, like we had whatever.
It's fine. We'll figure it out later. But
so it's just like people just like smoke anything. Like, it's like I said, it's in everything, bro. Like it's. I feel like that's what people don't understand, like consequence wise, like, you know. Like, just because someone says it's this or gives you a package or a receipt doesn't mean it's that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people nowadays they'll like low key lace it with something, or they'll offer their friends like, oh, you want to smoke? Oh, it's just weed, bro. It's just weed.
I got a story, bro.
Yeah.
So my freshman year, I was in Miss Prez's class, 4th period. I had first lunch, and we're in there. She's super cool. It was my freshman year.
Yeah.
And we walk in. And we're sitting there. I think this is right before Christmas break. And we walk in, and we're sitting there, and some girl comes in screaming, like best friend. I don't know if you know her name's Coco. So her name's the girl that was in our class. Her name was Coco. And some random girl came and was like, best friend. They laced my car. Like freaking out, like no shoes. Like it was bad. Like her hair was messed up. She was screaming at the top of her lungs. And we're like, what the hell? And Miss Prez, she's like, get out of my class. Like, what are you doing? Like, get out of my class. And she's screaming at Miss Prez, like, shut the hell up. Who are you? Da, 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 da. Like talking to her. Miss Prez gets up out of her seat, goes to her and says, get out of my class. And she slaps her right in the face. The girl slaps Miss Prez right in the face.
And the teacher, wow,
yeah,
dude.
She slaps her and she goes out running. And she's like, oh, I'm about to put a restraint. I'm about to press charges.
Who says that?
Miss Prez. And, like, we were like the moment she slapped her, I don't know if it was Jasmine, but someone stood up behind me and was like, who the hell are you hitting? Da, da, da. Like, it got real. Like,
it got real.
But that's what happened. Like, people don't know what they're getting. Like, she said, someone put something in my cart. Like, you don't know what's in your cart. Like, why are you buying it if you don't know what's in it?
Buy it from a store. If you're going to buy it from a store.
Like, it just doesn't make, like, an actual dispensary. Not.
But, I mean, I feel like this all, like I said, I feel like this all relates back to just the negativity of social media, bro. I'm telling you. I feel like there's just a big influence, and it's I'm not saying it's all, like, influencers or artists, like, I'm meaning, like, rappers and singers and stuff like that. I don't think it's all of them, but there's some people, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this. I don't care, though. I'm not a big fan of NBA Youngboy, bro.
Me either. I don't like his music.
Yeah, it's just like, first of all, I just don't like the way he raps. I know my boy Kevo. Like, it just doesn't sound right, bro. And it also, it's just the stuff that he be talking about and stuff, bro. Like, I haven't listened to him completely, but the songs that I have listened to, bro, was just.
It just, to me, like, some of his songs, like I like his more slower songs for sure. Like, his more, like, slow, like, kind of like chill vibe type songs.
There's one that I like where I be dancing to. It's like I do the gritty on it. I forgot what the name of it is.
But I feel like he never really grew out of that drill type or like real.
Slime on it. Bah, I got 4, 5. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what.
But like that's why I don't really listen to rap like that. Like I listen to rap every so often, but I don't listen to like rap on a daily.
Yeah.
But it's just like when you look at some of the other rappers like Polo G or Dirk or Baby, like. They don't talk about sliding on nobody.
That's what I'm saying.
Because they made it out. Like, what's the point? And that fool's gone to jail twice in the past year already.
Yeah, like, come on.
Like, it just don't show no growth, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can see that.
But, and, like, I mean, I know you love J. Cole.
Bro, J. Cole's a go, bro. Like, if J. Cole ever got to see this, bro.
He'd cry?
I'd freak out, dog. He'd be like.
But that's why I don't really care for, like, rap like that anymore. Like, it's so, like. I don't know. It just feels like forced almost.
Yeah, it does feel forced. It feels like a lot of people are just trying to put this persona on them that it's just really not true. Like, That's why I always like J. Cole though, cause he was just always like original, and he always talks facts, bro. Like he always just spits facts, and you can relate to him. Think about every song that you listen to, you can at least kind of like get a like relation from it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So you're telling me what that Jada and that Will love?
Hey, I cut that part out, dog. I got the clean version. You know what I'm saying? The clean version cuts that part out, dog.
But I do understand. I mean, even you look at pictures of J. Cole, like other rappers, like he probably has the most money out of all of them, and he's not flexing like them.
He ain't flexing for nothing, bro.
He's
You don't need a flex. Like what do you need to flex? You know what I'm saying? Like who are you trying to impress?
But like that's the thing though, is like if I do respect rappers, it's rappers that like they had they had that life or put on that or they had that persona, but that persona does not need to follow them into here. You know, they're in a big industry that makes a lot of money.
A lot of money. Dude.
So what's the point of keeping that there? Like stay where you're at for as long as you can. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like even that.
Yo, low key, I'm kind of out of it right now, bro.
What do you mean?
I'm not feeling it, bro. I mean, we're chilling, but it just, man, the whole setup just irritated me, dog.
It was bad. I mean, we had a lot of difficulties. Like we started sounding like robots.
Bro, I'm glad we didn't just jump into it because you would have just heard nothing but robotic sounds right now.
Like, it was weird. Like, I don't know. It just feels like, I know what you mean, but it was just a long day. Like, if we
it was a long day.
If we would have started early, like if you didn't have work this morning, I feel like it'd been different.
I didn't even go to work this morning.
No?
No, bro. I was asleep, dude.
It's for real?
Yeah, I couldn't go to sleep. I went to sleep like at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah, I just couldn't sleep.
What time did you get up for work?
I didn't told you I didn't.
But I'm saying if you did.
I had to get up at like 7, so I only would have got like 3-4 hours of sleep.
Yeah, no, I would not do that.
And I tried. I woke up at 6:30, and my body was just exhausted. I was like, you know, if I try to do something today, it's just not gonna. Yeah. I'm not gonna operate at the level I need to operate at. You know.
Yeah.
I think sleep is stupid important, dude.
Of course, like I mean, in everything though, like people who go to like the gym and stuff, like they don't realize like everyone's like, oh, I know people that go to the gym for like 2-3 hours, and it's like I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna go for this long at like 8 o'clock at night, and I have school in the morning at like 6, and it's like,
bro, don't overdo yourself.
But it doesn't make sense. Like you're gonna go there for that long to go get how many hours of sleep? Like your body needs the rest just as much as
it's not gonna regenerate. Your body, like literally, like your body needs at least like 7 to 8 hours to recover. Some people are born genetically, like, just able to just get up within 4 or 5 hours because their body generates a lot faster.
Well, that's kind of like my dad. Like my dad, he's like his job kind of like trained himself to like he's like good under 5 hours of sleep. You know, to get through work and all that. But that's what people don't understand. Like, I don't know. Especially, I've been getting into like that gym stuff. It's like people don't.
Yo,
understand.
bro, like oh my god. After football, bro, like when we would be at like practice or during like Hell Week or something, bro.
Mm-hmm.
After like a long day of football, like 4 hours, we'd be practicing for like 4 hours straight. Bro, I'd get home and that water, like cold water, hits different, dog. Like when you be drinking that water, you're like, oh my god.
Bro, I miss playing football so bad.
Me too, bro. I wish I would have never stopped playing.
I wish I had better coaches. I don't care, bro. I don't care. Those fools were so. I broke my ankle my freshman year.
There's a lot of favoritism. I'll tell you that.
It's not even that. Like they tried justifying my pain. Like I didn't break my.
Same thing with my ankle. Same thing. Literally. All right. So freshman year, like mid freshman year, during December time, I rolled my ankle really bad. I was just playing like it was like a cool like 8-on-8, 7-on-7 with some like I don't even know all of them, but there were some random kids at San G that I was playing with, and I rolled my ankle really bad, and then the coach was like, "Oh, we got a really good like team here. Like we can get you ready within 2 weeks." I'm like, bro, my ankle's bad. Like it ain't no 2 weeks. Like you think about these like professionals. Like think about McGregor. I mean, McGregor's a way different injury. That was even worse.
He was getting that like attacked for.
Yeah, but I'm saying like think about like his injury though. Like his injury took him like a year and a half, about to be 2 years pretty soon, to just heal up. Like, come on now, it don't take within 2 weeks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no doubt, like my ankle's nowhere near as bad as that.
No.
But I'm saying like when it did happen, it was pretty bad. That stuff hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But that's one thing is like I wish I would have stayed, it's just hard when it's like when like the coaches kind of lose motivation for you. Like I was so ready to be like, I'm about to go back in here. I'm about to get my training back up and all that, but I just didn't feel like they wanted me there in a sense. You know?
Yeah.
But I mean, it shows. Like I don't know if you went to any of the games this last year for that school, but
I went to a few. Yeah.
but like they were telling me like he doesn't like it, like the scores that happen, like no disrespect to anybody that plays on that team. Like
yeah.
I know Chago probably watched the last podcast and all that. Like we're not going off you, we're going off
like
how it's
everything
run.
in
Like,
general. Yeah.
I feel like if you're down 40-0 or something like that, you should be getting talked to. Like why are you getting down 40-0?
Yeah, no matter if the season was horrible, dude. Like no matter how bad the season was in general, even if it was your last game and you're down 50, like good coaching will never let that happen.
Like I kind of take from my dad. Like my dad says on our jobs, like you're only as good as the people around you.
Yeah.
So how are these kids that are supposed to be learning from you supposed to be good and doing well if you're not being a good coach?
That's what I'm saying.
If you're not uplifting them, just go out there and play. What?
Like, come on now. Like I get that's the whole point is to go out there and play, but at the same time it's like you also gotta show some discipline to them. You gotta discipline them. Like that's why like the good coaches, like for example, the Patriots coach, Bill Belichick. That's why he seems all stern and mad all the time is because he's just straightforward with his people. You know what I'm saying? Like
they say that like his offense. I mean his system is hard. Like you gotta be built for that type of stuff. Like
I mean you see how good his team, bro. They missed one playoff season, last season
with Cam Newton.
Yeah, and then they come back strong this season, bro.
Mac Jones is bad.
I like Mac Jones.
I love
Mac Jones.
Right after, like, before the draft even, I was like, Mac Jones is, like, my favorite quarterback at this job. Trevor Lawrence,
he seems so cool. Mac Jones seems just laid back. He seemed very, everybody was saying he seemed like a mature quarterback already. Like, he was already, like, built for the system.
I love him because I feel like he is, like, a cool, like kind of like a relatable person. There you go.
Yeah,
you
he knows. You know they're trying to get Kaepernick, team. I don't think.
I feel like that's controversial to get him on a team. Either way you look at it, it's like if you get him, now you have a controversial quarterback on your team.
Yeah.
Because no matter how you see it, like I don't know how they're gonna take about me calling it controversial, but it's controversial.
It's controversial.
Like there's half the people saying everyone's equal and all that, but the other half's like, oh no, we definitely get played down. You know.
Yeah.
But what can you do about it? And if he does go on a team, I don't see him going on a team and being a starter right away.
I mean, I say they should just like if you got a movement like his movement, like support your movement. I totally back that up. Like, you know, go all forward with your movement. But if you're bringing it into, because this is his job. If you're bringing it into your job,
that's how I see it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't bring it into your job. I get that it's like a big program or it's a big advertisement to do so, but at the same time, it can also affect your career. Like, no matter how people see it, if you see it, you know, his way, or if you don't see it his way, you got to think about, like, realistically, it's gonna affect his career no matter what. So it's no point in doing that.
That's one thing that people don't understand is like football. Well, for a lot of people, especially me, like, football is a really good like pastime. Like, it's good to just sit down and like just watch football and just chill. Like,
yeah,
you know, literally. You just chill.
But I mean, originally we were kind of thinking about doing like sporting like episodes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I was talking to this girl at work, and she was like, yeah, like when you guys talked about football and stuff, like she said she lost interest. So, okay.
Well, girl who lost interest in football, you better start watching it, okay? Because when the first game comes around, bro, I'm gonna be
we for sure gonna talk about it.
I'm about to have like all my nose down, like da 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 da.
So what happened in the second half?
It's about to be over. It's about to be over, bro. But yeah, either way,
you know, if we do face each other, we are probably not gonna make a podcast that week.
No, we faced each other last year. Remember that?
Yeah, that was bullcrap.
Oh,
no, I'm just playing.
Just guess what my team is, y'all. You know what I'm saying? What's your team? Right.
White and blue, baby. That was Cowboys. You know what I'm saying?
So let's change subjects.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
Nah. So let's talk about today. So let's just get a little recap of what happened today.
I feel like what's so hard about the first couple podcasts is because we want to talk about what we did. Because trust me, we want to get guests on here just as fast as anybody else.
That's what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Guests, bro. I keep on getting people hitting me up about, oh, like, let me get on the episode. Let me get on the podcast. Let me do this. Let me do that. I'm like, bro, like, you gotta be able to, relax a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my brother's calling me. Oh, he gonna have to give a call back later. Oh, shoot. I think he's
still recording.
Yeah, it's still recording. Anyways, yeah. So I don't know. Like, I do want people on the podcast for sure. We're gonna eventually have people on the podcast, but we gotta pick the right people. Like, no offense to the people that we don't pick, but it's just like we need people that are very talkative. I'm pretty sure it's still recording. We're good. I don't know. Whatever if it isn't, but let's just talk, bro. Yeah, we got this podcast might be cut just a little short today, but next episode will be fire for sure.
But it's just like the first couple episodes we want to talk about like what we did to get to where we are.
Yeah, exactly.
Because once we start having guests on the show, then you guys gotta understand that we're getting comfortable where we're at.
Yeah.
Like we're getting like okay with having guests and we know what we're doing. Like today we went to Walmart, got another. Next episode, you'll see stuff on that
on the
shelf.
Microphone.
No, on the shelf.
Oh, on the shelves and stuff. Yeah.
Because we got it today, and like the bulbs and the strips back here. We went to Hobby Lobby and got some stuff and got that.
Next episode is probably gonna look almost the exact same, except that wall is probably gonna be blue. Right there, the wall over there on Daniel's side is gonna be blue, so it matches both sides. But other than that, next episode is rant. So I'm not gonna have any money to spend, bro. So.
But yeah, it's just. I mean, today was probably not the best day for a podcast.
No,
but we're
pulling through it, dog. We're pulling through it.
But it's gonna be a little shorter today, just because we got some stuff to do.
Yeah,
still.
we got stuff to do.
But
I mean, like I said, like, bro, this is only our second episode. I mean, it's not like we had like a big what would you say? Like a big program before this, like
we didn't
like for example, like the big podcasters like Joe Rogan and Paul Sivan and all that.
We're still getting comfortable.
They already had a program before that, so I mean they already had time to do a setup and they had the money to do everything. We don't have the money like that, you know what I'm saying? So we're still kind of purchasing
going
things,
with the flow.
Going with the flow. Here and there, you'll see new things, but yeah, this is probably about as much as gonna get right now, as of right now. But we do want to get some nice cameras just so you guys can view us better and just so we don't use up all our storage on our phones.
Yeah.
But
one thing that I would like to say though is thank you to everyone who got us to 1K views and
bro, that was crazy. I was surprised. Personally, I was like,
well, first of all, the minute it went out, I was like, I see us getting like 400 views, like easily 400 views. Like I feel like 400 views was like, we can do that.
I don't know when the first it was like the first hour we were at like 100 views and I was like, I don't know. And then within like the next like day, we were at like a K. Or no, we were like at 600,
like
800.
600.
And then within like 2 days after that, we hit 1,000. I was like, yo,
1,000, bro. I was like,
yo, that's crazy, bro.
Like 1,000 may not seem like a lot, but for a first podcast, that's a lot.
That's not too bad, bro. I feel like that's
for
a decent start.
For like starting up like spontaneously the next day.
I don't mind this one being a flop. I'm gonna be honest with you, cause today is just not it. So yeah.
Yeah, but
that's what I'm saying, bro.
I really did
Mike,
appreciate all that.
I'm going to toss it across the rim. You know what I'm saying?
And everyone who was like, who gave us like feedback and stuff that was awesome. Everyone who texted me and watched it. I mean, everyone who texted me was like, "Hey, I love the podcast. Like, I just lost time." Manuel, thank you very much for.
Yeah, I gotta. Bro, I'm gonna throw this mic down.
Manuel, thank you for that.
I got a few people from work that said that it passed time, that it wasn't boring. I was like, I'm glad it wasn't boring, man. That was our goal.
I mean, people I haven't talked to in a while watched it and was like, "Bro, it was like really nice to like just listen to you guys talk." I was like, "It's awesome, man. Cry a little bit." Like, I don't know. Like, I've always loved just like talking. Like, either be sports. So first of all, let me tell you, I'm going to school for like talking. I'm going to school.
Oh yeah, he's going to school for communications. Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro. Like, if this was just a sports podcast,
Yeah, man, this man's gonna go day for it. Days for it.
Days. Like,
Be talking about things that I'm like, I'm a big Cowboys fan. Like, I know a lot about the Cowboys, but this man be bringing up stuff. I'm like, when was this?
I love football.
Yeah, he's a football guru.
Guru, but that's different. But like everyone just it was nice to see that people actually are interested in podcasts as much as I love making them.
I noticed that too, cause I'll ask people like the main people that I'll be asking now, cause like I said, we both graduated, so the main people I'll be asking is at work, and obviously like with your work, you usually have like a set like people that you work with. At my work, I mean, same thing with me, but I have like a bunch of people at my work. You know, I work at a warehouse, so I have so many people. So I'll be talking to them like, oh, like, did you guys see the podcast? And be like, you have a podcast? I'm like, yeah. What? It's called the Unwritten Podcast. You should go check it out on YouTube.
Go like and subscribe. Everyone was like, that name's pretty fire, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Well, a lot of people were asking me like, oh, what's it about? I'm like, it literally says it in the name, the Unwritten Podcast.
Like, the fentanyl thing was like, we wanted to talk about that because like it's pretty crazy, bro. But
no, we can come back to that. So, I think with the whole like fentanyl situation, you know, there was this guy named Jeff. I mean, he might see it, but there's this guy named Jeff. I think he was the one that said it. He was basically saying that oh no, he was saying it about the 9/11. You remember how the whole 9/11 situation?
What about it? Like just like 9/11 in general?
Yeah, 9/11
like
in general.
Theories about 9/11.
Yeah, he was saying that he feels like that the government set it up. He said he feels like the government set it up, and that
like a plant, like a
like yeah. I'm not sure why.
Oh, you're saying like, I know what you mean. Like it wasn't never like some like ISIS or Al Qaeda.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Okay, that's what it was. I forgot what the excuse was. So they were trying to say that America's excuse or the government's excuse of the attack on the Twin Towers. I personally don't believe this, but I mean, it's just a crazy conspiracy just to think about, you know. But he was basically saying that he believes that the government set up 9/11, so they got those people to get onto those planes and crash them into the Twin Towers for them to get an excuse to go to Afghanistan, and because in Afghanistan and Iraq and all that, but not just kill him, but they were saying it's because they have a lot of resources and oil and stuff like that over there.
Yeah, it's a really big oil plant.
Yeah, so they were trying to say for us to go over there and take some of that, which we did, but I don't think we took it in a bad way.
I mean, it makes sense, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like everyone's like, well, look at when they told Bush when he was in the classroom, he didn't react. He's in a classroom full of kids.
Yeah.
Like, what? Oh my gosh, the Twin Towers! Like, you're gonna freak out kids?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's also like, how many? Where's my phone at, bro? How many lives were lost that day?
2,986. That's my best guess.
Hold up. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I just don't see like they're really gonna go out there and how many people were killed?
It's probably gonna be one of the
in 9/11.
Yep.
Wait, what'd you say?
2,986.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
2,977.
We should not be like hyped about dead bodies. Bro. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, why would you say that?
We were like, oh my god, it's pretty good. I was so close to the number of dead bodies there were on 9/11.
You overshot it.
Yeah, I know. Okay, that's the bad part.
Okay. I just don't see like, I don't know what kind of people like the government is, but I mean, if they're out here really killing people like that, that's horrible, bro. It's just kind of hard to believe that, you know. No, I think so. But like some of the if you go on Netflix, I don't know if they have them more. Netflix sucks, but
on documentaries?
No, just period. I hate Netflix, but
I don't mind Netflix. I like Netflix.
I hate Netflix so much. Netflix sucks. But if you have Netflix, I don't know if they have the.
Bro, this thing sucks back here. We're gonna have to put some like tape or like freaking super glue it to
the documentary. It's basically talking about like conspiracy theories and stuff like that. And they said like it's really far fetched, but like 9/11, like there was no planes involved. Like
nah, I don't see that's what I don't believe, because there's a video of Casey Neistat.
Mm-hmm.
You know Casey Neistat, right? The vlogger. He has a video of him recording it off of like his really old camera of like the side of the building on fire and stuff. And he literally said himself, he was like, there's a plane that flew into the side of the building.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of proof out there that proves it.
But what they said was like there was bombs planted in it. Like the way it went in, I'm not sure. Like, don't quote me on this, but
yeah, don't quote any of us on this because we're not 100% sure.
No.
We're just talking about a subject.
Like the way it went in and the way it like entered, there was no planes. Like there was no plane, or how do I explain it?
No, like
none of the plane was left basically, and the way it went in, the hole didn't match the plane, and it didn't make sense. And then for all that to happen and for it to crumble the way it fell, if you saw it, it fell like it went like, so say this is like the Twin Tower here, right? It flies in, boom, but the bottom falls. The base of it falls down first, and then it all collapses. Well, you see what I'm saying?
Well, not necessarily. So what happened was, because I watched a documentary on it. They showed a video of it up close. So what happened was, they said that the plane. This is why I believe it's true.
Oh yeah.
Because they said that the plane flew into it. That fuel, that jet engine fuel that burns, that stuff gets like ridiculous hot. Especially like how much is obviously there's a bunch in a plane. So for all that, and it literally just took off. So it's like literally like a brand new tank of gas basically. Yeah. And it flew into the tower and it exploded and it got super hot. They were saying it got like as hot as the sun or something like that. That it melted all that metal, all that steel. And so basically what happened was the top, because it was like they basically hit like I keep on saying basically. They hit the top of the tower, like towards the top of the tower, and all that weight from that tower just collapsing, like falling down. Obviously, the rest of it's gonna start collapsing.
Maybe that would make sense though. Maybe it was set up. Maybe that did happen. They're like, we don't want no type of like residue on our hands, you know. So maybe there was bombs in there because I forgot what it was called, but the way they did it and the way there was like, if you look at the videos, there's little like explosions like each like little level on the floors, on the bottom floors. I don't know how to explain it, but it looked like it made sense, but I just don't see it being set up or fake. I feel like real terrorist acts are like what happened in San Bernardino. Remember?
That was messed up. Yeah, the
arrowhead in San Bernardino, and that was real. Like
that was like there was.
It was
like
December 2nd.
There was a lot of
something.
I'm not even gonna quote how many people died, but there was a lot of people that died.
Like that was like out of the blue, like, and especially for it to be out here, like we would have never expected.
We're not too shocked about like drive-bys or like robberies or anything like that. It's more of like a
like
terrorist
nationals like terror like shooting.
Because that was heard all around
like
United States.
That like there's millions of views on it, stuff like that. On
yeah,
YouTube.
Exactly. So it was like, it was more of like a shock from us. Like, wow, like
I mean,
our city's recognized by this.
Well, by this.
Like that's not good, you know.
And like Obama came out, went to Indian Springs to go pay their condolences and stuff like that. We went to go see it. But it was just weird. Like I mean, even like
Obama.
Bombers. Bombers. Sounds like a yeet line. Oh, bombers. But I mean, even what happened in I don't know if you heard the Boston bombing. If you ever watched Patriots Day.
Oh yeah, and they're running, right?
Yeah.
It was when everybody was yeah.
That happened on my grandma's birthday. It was.
But that's sad.
So, we watched the movie the other day again, and that is so sad, bro.
Bro, the movie just makes it even worse. Like, man, like. Wow.
Let me just say it. It's not a good movie to be good acting in, but Mark Wahlberg's a damn good actor. Let me just say so myself. And the movie that we watched before that was Deepwater Horizon. That boy's a damn good actor.
Oh, I got a recommended movie for everybody.
What?
Everybody go to Amazon or Amazon Prime. I'm telling you, it's only like $5-10 a month. I'm telling you right now, it's like the best ever. Amazon Prime is GOAT. But anyways.
Okay, bro, we're not getting sponsored.
Anyways, you're right. We're probably not. Screw us. Well, anyways, what I'm trying to say is go watch The Tomorrow War.
What is that?
What's that dude from the Guardians of the Galaxy, the main character? Chris Pratt. He's the main character. Bro, that dude is goated. So basically, I'm going to give you a little rundown on the movie. Just like not to spoil anything.
The Tomorrow War.
Yeah, so all right, so what happens is these guys or it's like regular time, right? No future, no past, it's present. It's present time. And there's there's this guy named Chris. Well, it's Chris Pratt, the actor, but I forgot his name in the movie. But him and his family are having like a celebration, I think for his work or something like that, at his house, and so they're watching a soccer game. And during the soccer game, the TV kind of spazzes out, and then it turns back on, and you just see like a big old light come through, and there was like a bunch of people coming through like this portal or some type of like light, you know, and they announced to the like television, because I guess they knew it was a broadcasting or whatever.
Yeah.
They said, "Hey, we're 30 years into your future. This is there's gonna be a war that like humanity cannot defend. Like they're saying like humanity is gonna be dead like within 30 years. Like if you guys don't come and help us fight." So what they did was they went to the past, which was present movie time wise.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. And they took like Chris Pratt and a bunch of like millions of people, and millions of people were getting teleported into the future, 30 years into the future, to fight these like monsters. I don't even know how to explain them. They're called White Claws or something like that.
White Claws?
White Claws or something.
Like the drink?
Like the drink kind of, yeah. So I forgot what they're called. Basically, they shoot like things out their hands and they be eating people. So
sick.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. Like in a
you ever think about that though? Like, do you think like what could happen in the future and stuff like that? Like,
not really
like, big. I mean, even like what happened like 2 months ago with like Russia and that.
Yo,
Russia
that was
Ukraine.
Bro. The whole Russia situation, that was insane,
bro.
Dog.
That was crazy. Like when it was going down, like everyone was like, "Prayers for Ukraine, bro," because you gotta think Russia's huge. And
yeah, but people don't understand. Like Ukraine is pretty big too, dog. Like they're trying to.
But compared to Russia, it's like
Ukraine is pretty big, dog. Ukraine is like
average.
Ukraine is like I think a little over half the size of the United States, or a little under half.
No, it's big.
That's what I'm saying. Ukraine is big. I don't, like I said, do not correct me on this because I'm not sure. But I know Ukraine. People were trying to say it was small. No, that country is pretty big.
It's not like this small. It's like
no, it's not. It's probably about like this big.
Like I mean, on scale.
This average. My bad.
This bad. So, but like when it was going down, he was talking like, we have this many troops. You're not gonna win, basically. But it's like how I see it is, the more you have, the more you have to take care of. Bro, they were going in there not knowing what to do, not knowing. That
a lot of those soldiers didn't know what to do.
Exactly.
Bro, their stuff would break down, and they were just like, oh.
They had, and they had like expired MREs, like that. It was so funny and like kind of like ironic that they went in to go fight a smaller country to take it over, and
couldn't even
do it, and they exposed themselves by doing it.
But I think they're still fighting the war.
Yeah,
I think there's a war still going on. I mean
mean
that's sad. Like it's the whole situation sucks for Ukraine, at least, because I mean I don't get all right, I'm trying to say this in the right way, not a bad way.
You're screwed either way, so just say it how you want it.
All right, you're right. I get Russia's perspective. Like I understand their perspective. Doesn't mean I agree with it, but I understand their perspective. So basically their perspective was, look, I see that Ukraine is starting to go left, which means like United States.
They want to go NATO.
Yeah, they want to go NATO. So I see that they're trying to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to say we're just doing a training exercise and send everybody to the border of Russia right next to Ukraine. And right when this happens, this is when we have the meeting with NATO. This is the big old meeting with NATO when Biden went into the meeting and all that. This was like the day of or the day before. And he was just trying to say, oh, it was a training exercise. That's what Putin was trying to say.
Yeah.
And like I said, don't quote me on all this, but this is just from all the documents and stuff that I read. And they were basically saying that, he sent like 250,000 troops to the border or something like that, a bunch of equipment, and said like this was just a training exercise.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing to worry about. And then out of nowhere, he set some policies. He said, look, as long as this is like the main policy, I think it was, as long as Ukraine doesn't become part of NATO, and as long as NATO doesn't expand past whatever, I think we have 28 countries or 27 countries. He's scared, bro. But it's not. At the end of the day, it's like we're not trying to attack him.
No,
we're not.
But what he
I hope we're not.
So I hope not. But what he thinks is like, so he said, but what no one knows is that way back when, I forgot who the president was, but he was like, I wanted to join NATO, bro. Why are you gonna join the thing that is built for to put up with you. Like, it doesn't make sense, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we did NATO to stay away from you, basically.
Sorry.
To stay away from you, basically, you know? And it just didn't make sense. But another real reason was, like, oil and stuff like that. Like, they have to run all their oil and gas through Ukraine. So Ukraine puts tariffs on that stuff. And he pays billions of dollars a year.
On tariffs
For him.
Yeah.
Because Russia's so big that it runs through, like, to go, like, Germany and all that.
Yeah.
So that's another reason why. It's because of money. Like, and Ukraine has a big part of oil land, oil fields.
Well, they also had that little peninsula,
Georgia. Crimea.
Crimea, yeah, and Russia took it.
And Georgia.
In 2013.
Yep, when
and
Obama was president, I think.
That's the scary part though, because they just came into they literally just went to the peninsula and just took it. But then what was funny, Ukraine double backed on that by shutting off the river, because there was a river that led into there. And they were just like, oh, you want to do that?
And it went dry.
It concreted it.
Went dry. Like, they got nothing from that because they cut off that river and it went dry.
Yep. So then they had no resources after that.
And that's what I feel like. I don't know if it's communist. I'm pretty sure it's communist. Like
communism, yeah.
Because Russia, they control everything. Like, no, Putin controls everything. Like, if you look at it.
Bro, if he says a single thing, if he says send a nuke.
No,
they're going to send a nuke.
Someone got sentenced like 2 years for writing an article about how bad of a leader he is.
What's his name? I think somebody got killed. I think it was like a.
We're probably gonna die from this podcast.
Yeah, so it was a great podcast, guys. But you probably won't see us after this. Anyways, our location is not.
But what was it?
No, I was basically saying I think there was like a reporter or somebody. It might be the same situation, but he was killed. He was assassinated, and Putin even said like, "Oh yeah, like I send somebody out there to kill him." It's
so bad. Like, that's why if people don't understand, like, I feel like when people are like, I hate America, we're so restricted.
Bro, no. Even the Fluffy the comedian.
Yeah, Gabriel Iglesias.
Yeah, he said he went to like India and a bunch of different countries, and he said he came back to the United States, and he was like, "You guys do not understand." Like, he said, until you go to another country,
you don't know.
He said you do not understand the amount of privileges that we have in the United States. Like, we are so privileged here. Dude, like, it's ridiculous.
Like, for example,
we complain about the most smallest things compared to like other, like, for example, gas prices. Yeah, they're high. They're stupid high. But at the same time, like, people in other countries, bro, like, they don't care about that stuff, bro. Like, they can barely get like water and food and stuff.
Like third world countries and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's sad, but I mean, it's like we should be grateful, bro. Like, we got a good crime system, like crime. How do you say it? Crime system?
Like justice, like
we have a good justice system, but I mean there is kinks to it, and I feel like
that's everything though.
Everything's
not perfect.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's certain things that we do need to perfect on the justice system.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna get too much into that.
No, that's definitely sensitive.
Yeah.
Like, really, like.
'Cause like, let's just put it this way, I support BLM, but there's some things that I disagree with. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's touchy, but I don't know. I guess I don't really care.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's
like we should be allowed to speak our minds. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like, it's like I'm not saying I don't support them, but there's certain things that people do that isn't right. You know what I'm saying? That's not how you like I said, like how Kaepernick went into the NFL and did all that. Like, there's certain things you just don't do that just
and like
doesn't reflect right.
It's not like people don't support them and like that, but it's like, don't bring it into the workplace. Like,
yeah, well, in that case, yeah, don't bring it into the workplace. But if it comes to something else,
I mean, I guess how it went down to, I guess, like, the whole kneeling in the national anthem.
Yeah,
like, be respectful. Like, that's the whole reason why you can do this is because of what people have done before.
Yeah, so you know? I mean, like I said, I agree and disagree. So that's one thing I kind of disagree with, is because my a lot of my grandparents and stuff, and a lot of my family fights. Like, not fights, but, you know, is in the military and was back then in the war and stuff,
yeah,
you know?
Like, we did a ancestry, and, like, we found, like my dad's grandpa, something like that, fought in, like, 3 different wars and stuff like that.
So, in a way, it's like, it's not like we're sitting here and bashing the kneeling situation, but there's a certain way to do it. And that
principle of it.
Yeah, it's just, and that way it wasn't right, especially to the flag, like I said, like, bro, like we try to we try to put on a persona that United States is so bad, but it's really not that bad compared to other
No.
countries. It's really
I
not
mean,
that
I
bad.
think like I'm pretty sure it was like India or like Dubai or something like that. I don't know what the country is. But,
I
like,
mean,
you're not allowed to be like gay or nothing like that.
I will say in this country, we probably do have the worst I guess you could call it system when it comes to like being racially profiled and stuff. Because
And-
there's a lot of people that do get racially profiled.
And I feel like that's what comes with like we gotta think. Everything is kind of like the America, United States. That's where like everything's kind of set. Like how you say
Everybody like wants to go to or what?
no like it's like Hollywood. Like America is Hollywood. If that makes sense.
Yeah, 'cause every little thing. I've noticed that. Yeah, that does make sense. That actually makes perfectly sense. 'Cause every little thing you do is gonna be like
Mimicked everywhere else.
not necessarily mimicked, but mimicked, but also like exaggerated.
Yeah, and I feel like for example, we live in California, and when people think California, people think of like for the most part, I'm not bashing Northern California, but they think of like L.A., Hollywood, all that. But you go to L.A., trash. It's poverty everywhere.
Poverty everywhere.
Like
Like you really don't want to come to California. I'll tell you that.
like, but us on the inside, we're like, it's not. It's whatever. Like we find our.
I
own
mean,
things.
we found our own way to live here, and we found our own like anywhere you go, you're gonna find your own way to live, And here
But
it's like,
just we're looking from the inside. They're not. Everyone's looking at it from the outside.
and that's why when I noticed and I'm pretty sure you get the same feeling whenever you go to like Las Vegas or like a different city, we're like, oh, I want to live here,
It's
I
a
want
culture shock. And
you
you're
know,
like,
yeah.
Whoa, like.
That's why I want to go to New York, 'cause I want to see how it feels. I'm
Yeah.
not saying like it's the best place ever or something to be, but I just I want to get that feeling,
I want to go
want
to like Wisconsin. Wisconsin's one of the places I want to live. It's so beautiful out there. I'll become a cheesehead. I love Aaron Rodgers.
I'll become
I will, I swear.
Aaron
but-
Rodgers retires that year. Imagine.
God, I'd kill myself. But I feel like that's what people don't really see is like, I mean, I guess you can say it's bad, but
I feel like this country is really sensitive as well.
it's also because we're like, again, we're probably like the most social media influenced, like news influenced type country. I feel like everything's revolved around the news.
Yeah, everything that anybody anybody that anything ever does is gonna be reported somehow, some way. It's gonna get into a news outlet and it's gonna be reported.
That's why I don't really watch the news, because it's bad. Like it only
everything-
shows the bad.
Everything that the news shows is always bad. Like they never.
I've
show the
never
good.
realized that until like years.
They'll
ago.
show like a split second of something good, but it was related to something bad. Like they would show like, oh, like this guy was like.
But
I'm gonna
bad, but bad causes. It's interesting. You're gonna tell like
Yeah, like a drama. It's drama. That's what it is. Bad is
mean,
drama.
bad. It's like in everything. Like I mean, true crime. I love true crime, but it's bad. It's like
What's
why
that?
people true crime is like
A show or what?
no, like cold cases, like serial killers and
Oh,
stuff like that. Like
yeah. People just love like.
I mean I think
I never
it's-
liked stuff like that. I don't know why.
I guess it's not. I don't like
got a good
stuff
heart.
like that. It's like I like the psychology of it.
I got a
like-
good heart.
Like what makes them want to do that? Like that's like a whole. I could go on for true crime, but I guess people don't really understand. Like
I feel like I could be a detective after watching that show. I've watched it a few times.
What's a?
True crime.
I don't feel like I could. I don't think I could fathom all that. That's pretty like some of the stuff they see.
No, I wouldn't be able to. Yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Have you ever heard of the Shannon Watts and Chris Watts case?
Chris Watts sounds familiar.
He killed his family for his side hoe.
No, I never heard of that story.
Well, basically, he had 2 kids, and his wife. They basically like they were like content creators almost like.
Oh wait, I think I know what you're talking about. And the neighbor's like,
And then the officer walks into the neighbor's house.
yeah, oh, they're
and
at
he's
the
like-
neighbor's
he's like,
house.
He doesn't do this at all. He's not like this, like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he was recording it, and he was like, yeah, like I don't know where my kids are and stuff like that, trying to play it off.
Yeah.
And then when he gets interviewed, he starts breaking down, and he's like,
That's crazy, bro. Like, but the thing that interests me the most is like, what's going through your mind? Like,
when you do that,
it's like, well, he came out recently and he was like, I told the girls like, it's okay, mommy will be back. Just go in here real quick. And in the oil tanks, the 2 little girls were put into oil tanks.
yeah, I know.
And he was like, it's okay, just go here for a little bit. And she dropped them in and closed the lid. And it's like, What?
How do you do that, dog?
Like to your kids for a side hoe. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like
oh, and
you're
don't
willing to
forget,
take that much of a risk for a woman.
it's not a risk. You're killing somebody, and the
It is-
wife,
that's what I'm
and
saying.
the wife was pregnant with his first son. It's horrible. Like how do you comprehend that? Like, bro, get a divorce. Just, like,
Literally, bro.
sell the house.
Like even if it meant like you losing everything, if you're really that like,
In love with her,
bro, you might as well, because you're gonna lose everything if you do what you did. You know.
And that's what like interests me is like, what was the point of that? Like I don't see. I mean, even like there's like a bunch of cases I can talk about, but it was crazy to me. Think like he did all this for her, just for it not to work out in the end. Or you could have just divorced the wife or had the kid, divorced the wife, and then went on. You know,
Could have been as simple as that.
it'd have been that easy. I mean, of course, the wife probably would have been torn and all that, but
I mean, at the end of the day, you're not killing nobody. So
exactly. And for him to, especially what kind of pissed me off was like he was on the news putting on like a persona, like please come back, like I miss you guys, like if you know where my daughter is and my wife, like, and like just think like as he's saying all this, he knows where they're at.
yeah.
He knows that they're in an oil tank and the wife's buried somewhere. Like that's sick. I can't do that, bro. Like I feel
Anyways.
it's bad. It's definitely bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to be a detective. I'd end up hurting.
I've always wanted to be what is it called?
I'd hurt the killer. Like I'd like physically
You
like.
should just go to jail then or prison.
Yeah, I'd probably end up going to jail because I'd kill the killer.
It's just messed up. I mean, especially it's okay. Like, don't take this wrong, but it's a lot worse because there's kids involved. If it was just the wife, it would not be like that stuff happens. Like I as sad as it sounds, as bad as it sounds coming from me, that's like look at the Gabby Petito case that happened recently. It was that blonde girl and that Brian Laundrie guy that went missing for like a long time.
No say.
Oh well, let me just give you the long story short. They were abusive. He was abusive to her. And then they were in a van going somewhere, and I guess they got into a fight. And the officer said, "We don't need or if she says she wants to go, we don't know because that usually leads to the girl dying or getting killed."
Yeah.
She died. Like, and it's so crazy because that happens so often, you know.
And people don't.
And they know it. But if there was like a kid involved, it'd be different.
Yeah.
You know.
Be honest with you, I think we kind of have to cut it short right now.
All right, for sure.
Because I got to pick up my brother.
Oh yeah, he has that 9, huh?
Yeah, it's night. It's 8:52 right now.
All right, for sure. We cut it then.
Well, I mean, you want to go ahead and run the outro? Sorry for cutting it so short, guys. It's just we got a lot going on today.
Yeah. All right, guys. That was the Unwritten Podcast. That was episode 2. Hopefully, I know it's kind of rushed and stuff like that, but next week it'll be a lot better.
I mean, low key, it's been
Like
about
almost
an
an
hour. So I mean, it's about the same as the last episode. It just probably. I mean, we did talk about a lot today.
Yeah, but we did what we could today.
We did what we could. We'll figure it out. We'll try. We'll probably post it later today. If not, we'll post it tomorrow for sure. It'll be
Yeah.
up. We just gotta figure out all the kinks and stuff because we got this whole new USB drive. SSD drive. So we gotta figure out all that. But once we figure that out, we'll be okay.
Yep. So we will see you guys next episode then. Till then.
Until then. All right, see.